Good morning, everyone. It's time once again for our weekly visit with Dan Yagi from Ag Performance of Buffalo Center and Ormsby. We go back to the phone. He's a traveling man this morning. Good morning, Danny boy.
Rolls, good morning.
How you doing this wonderful morning?
I'm doing great.
You're on the road here a lot lately, aren't you?
Well, we got shows we got to go to. We got to see clients. Hey, we got to put bread on the table. If we don't, we're going to go hungry all summer.
That's right, and that's no fun going hungry now, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Not at all, not at all. Well, our topic of discussion here this morning, Dan, is talking in-furrow and all the benefits and why do the in-furrow, so I'll let you take it from here then, Dan.
Well, with finances tight this year, people are questioning, well, I should not do this, I got to drop this, I got to drop that. I don't blame them. I agree to a certain extent. You know, one thing is starter fertilizer on corn. Do we do starter or not? One thing I've always told guys, if you look at your soil samples, your P1s, let's say they're at least a 20 to a 25 parts per million P1. I then question if starter fertilizer really is beneficial or not. It is beneficial if it's real cold for a pop-up, but to get to that phosphorus advantage in your soils because you got plenty there. What we do is I do a product called Xylem Plus. That's a fungicide. I go in furrow to take care of the Pythium and Phytophthora. It's got that pop-up effect. It doesn't have the phosphorus part of it. But I go after the diseases more because my fertility is higher, and that's just a judgment call on that side of it. And then the next question is, are you going VT3 corn or not? Do I need any type of insecticides in there? And everybody pretty much in our area or in our community does a lot of bifenthrin generic capture. And in heavy corn and corn, I tell guys to go up to 12 ounces in furrow, and that's a 25.1% bifenthrin. And if it's on bean ground, we can go 6 to 8 ounces. I would heavily advise that because we never know when rootworm is going to be bad or not. It just depends on the kind of corn that you have. But still, there's still rootworm resistance too. Rootworm corn sometimes isn't holding it back either. You take in the Ames area and that, they got real problems of still holding back the rootworm from chewing on the plant. When you look at soybeans, it's a little different. Again, I use the fungicide instead of seed treatment. It's about the same price, but I get a 60-day residual. Again, I get all the Pythium Phytophthora protection, and then I believe I even get protection later if I'm talking up to 60 days. I'm almost going up to potting time that there's still protection too. One other thing, a big thing in beans I want guys to consider is iron. When we got our high pH soils, and I mean pHs above a 7.3, 7.4, we have that yellowing in our soybeans at times. Now, it probably happens 1 out of 3 years, 1 out of 4 years, but I'm a big believer in iron in furrow. Then you can take, be more guaranteed you're not going to have that yellowing or slowing down of your soybeans when they're 3, 4 inches, 5 inches tall. And if you don't have any high pH, there's no reason using iron. But I tell you what, iron really helps from that plant being set back for that month and a half it turns yellow. More and more guys are looking at iron in furrow with water on their soybeans.
All right, if anyone has any questions or comments about anything, yes, Dan, anything you and I talk about on a weekly basis, how do they get a hold of you?
Call us at Ag Performance at 641-562-2370.
641-562-2370. If you don't have that number memorized by now, there's something wrong with you, right?
Well, we hope they do.
That's right. That's right. Well, Dan, have a great week. Enjoy your show. We'll talk again next week.
Thanks, Royce. Take care.
Yep, you too. Visiting with Dan Yagi from Ag Performance of Buffalo Center in Ormsby.